There was no guide for what we had to do, no manual for leaving a world behind. But even we knew we couldn't take everything with us. Some things were too fragile to follow. I left behind my greatest creation, a guardian, a caretaker. Its hands shaped to nurture, its heart programmed to protect. It works tirelessly now, crafting vessels from the bones of a broken world, sending sparks of life into the void. The task I gave it was impossible, but isn't that what hope always is?
So, tell me a little bit about yourself, who you are.
My name is Antti Ilvessuo. I'm the creative director and co-founder of Channel
Okay.
37, and I've been working on games 25 years, and maybe you remember Trial series back in the days. That was something that I did many years.
Yeah.
Now we have founded the new company Channel 37.
So, of course, we cannot just skip past Trials, but coming from Trials for so many years and working on in a motocross game, now pivoting over to something completely new.
Yeah.
Did you ever manage to do something different during your days with Trials as well? Or is this the first pivot that you've done?
I've been working on games so long time, so people may not remember that I have done, for example, turn-based World War II game earlier, and we were doing TV games. So Trials was just part of my personal journey. But I think really important part is this current game is that when you play the game, you may maybe notice the physics.
Yeah.
And Trials was done totally run by physics, so that's big part of the gameplay learnings that is here. Of course, the storytelling and open world is a little bit different now in this context, but I think it's those learning that we took from Trials. We work together as doing different game that has something that lead to us this path that we are now.
And looking at the Last Caretaker and the setting, of course, feeling inspired by games such as Subnautica, being the first one from the top of my head, but also thinking about WALL-E and leaving a robot by themselves and trying to do business that is supposedly maybe for humans to do instead. I'm not sure what the backdrop is. Of course, we haven't really gotten fully into that. But what would you say made you feel like inspired to write this specific story specifically? Like what is the main inspiration for themes around loneliness, maybe even existential questions?
Really big part of what I did in Trials and has been like also how you write things that player uncover themselves. So for example in Trials there was a riddle that lasted 100 years in Trials itself, and lots of secrets were in the Trials levels. And one that I think is really something that taught me a lot, it was for example TV series called Lost, first series, like how you make things wonder what has happening there, and how you show the world and let players, or in that case TV viewers, to explore. And those themes are something I think carry on in a world of Last Caretaker. But of course, like some themes are closer that what makes us human, what we do as humans. But I think the idea that the world is live and there's things that you uncover, that is really hugely important, and I hope people will see and players appreciate that.
So you really wanted to emphasize, of course, during the demo session here, how during the Last Caretaker there is a gameplay loop where you as the robot is trying to clean up and prepare and plant seeds to grow humans, which is a fascinating sentence in by itself. And then send them out to space so they can live together with other humans. Of course, that raises a lot of questions. And I imagine that is a true part of the real story about the Last Caretaker as well. And the game being a survival, open world exploration game with some shooting mechanics as well and some enemy encounters as well. Would you say that this is more to the line, more in the lines of Subnautica, where the story is there, it is present, but it's mainly focused on you building your craft and your tool sets and evolving and understanding of the world, or would you say that there is a much more clear path of a story in the design of this game?
Good question, but I would say that the world is there, and you are active part of that world, in that world, and you are uncovering that world. And what comes as your journey may be a little bit different than other player journey, but the story is still, if you say to your friend that, for example, you could say that I have sent 5 human space, or have you found this platform, or have you found this story, because if I read this story in a game world, these things make sense. So it's really multi-layer approach of how you uncover the world itself.
So is there a true, I'm not saying true like a bad or a good ending, but is there an ending for this game?
In early access, now we are going for early access before the end of the year. There is not kind of the end text, but you can keep sending humans to space, and when you have sent a human space, something will come back. Not just the rocket, but something else that again like explains a little bit of the world and what you should be doing. But the world is huge, and in this game you're just seeing a slice of the whole world, and you're starting to understand what you're actually doing.
Okay. So I get that, but what I really want to get at is, in your vision, I get that you're going into early access. Is this a game where I will uncover layers of the story and what's going on in the world? But is this a game that will have a final say, a final message before the end credits, or is it just an ongoing exploration game? What are you targeting?
The final message, I would say it will come later in a future actual release. But now the gamers should feel happy and understand they are saving humanity. They get something back that explains the loop better, and this is a full game that will take tens and tens of hours until you even get the first human in space. So it's a full experience, but the end credits rolling, that will take time.
That will take time for most players.
But it's not, the end credit is not rolling in early access.
No, of course not. Okay, yes, I would imagine that.
And we have ideas how we have a content plan and ideas how we will add more during the early access. But one thing is important, we are not just adding the new content in a way that it's just new levels. We are adding more gameplay systems that make you play game different way. So instead of like just serving the players that has finished the game, we serve in the future every player from the start of the game.
Okay, so this game is made by a core team of 9 developers. For how long have you been that size team?
This size we have been around 1 year. Earlier it was around 5 and 6.
Are you all based in Finland?
Yes, we have a studio in Finland, in Helsinki. One big room, everyone has a monitors towards the center of the studio. So if you get coffee or walk past, it's encouraging normal communication. So that way we keep really lean and effective. There's not kind of meetings to call, like everyone is in a working focus 100%.
Would you say that this game holds a Finnish aura of some sense? Or is there something very Finnish about this game that you would say that you guys bring from Finnish culture into this game?
Yeah, we are that serious.
Yes, as you should be. So I imagine plenty of saunas in this game. Yes?
Not saunas, but there's places that are hot.
Places that are hot, all right. Okay. And if your vision comes into fruition and players are experiencing a feeling that you would love them to experience, what would that feeling be?
Good question, and I have to think a bit, but now my thinking has ended. So I would say the feeling would be that the games can be something else than just chasing the hearts, just chasing the score. It can be something that teaches you, makes you think, wonder what happened, makes connections, surprising connections. And something that people take away is like, I actually think when I'm playing what I do in multiple ways, not just playing the game, but understanding the connections in a game world history. And there was some mention about the magic or that kind of thing. Everything is grounded for reality and real science.
Yeah.
That way you can predict also the game, because it's not something someone levitates or something.
Yeah.
If there is a reason that some enemy does something, there's a backstory written. And I'm personal. We are trying to twist player mind that they have to think when they're playing, but not in a way that it's just like too hard.
No.
I don't personally like the game design that the game designer would be like in ivory tower, like I give you puzzle. I like when games are open-ended and it's up to you how you solve the problem.
Is this a game, so 2 more questions. Is this a game that I can finish if I know all the layers going in? Can I finish it within 1 hour, 15 minutes, 1 hour, quick? Is it a puzzle game that unfolds that I will figure out along, or is it a game that I have to spend tens of hours into before I can actually finish?
I would say it's
when the vision is complete.
You can't finish it in 15 minutes.
You can't, no.
Yeah, it takes more time.
Yeah,
and it's like, what's the finish of the game?
Yeah.
I think it's more like if we do the game right and you have sent it humans, there's updates, you come back. Maybe you don't play for a few months, after a year you come back, and how we could encourage people to come back and see what has happened.
Last question. So this game will launch in early access in 2025.
Yes.
And you're targeting a final release on all platforms in 2026?
Final release, we don't know yet. We want to be honest. We release it now, check what works, and adapt the game, and based on that we decide when to actually release it. We want to be honest when we do the game, but we want to be honest for players that it's full game now.
So if you will get the feedback from the community during the early access phase that they want some motocross elements in the game, will you implement it?
No.
Good answer. Okay.